talk about goals. I really don't like the word goals. I feel it's a very 80s, 90s concept. And I also feel that it conjures up milestones that society has set for us. And what I want to inspire you to meditate upon and reflect upon today is the possibility that the goals that you're pursuing are not your own, that they don't actually belong to you, that they are a manufactured, forced concept upon you that don't necessarily match your organic nature, your natural skills and talents, your desires, your likes, your soul's direction. Because ultimately your soul will have the final say. Your soul is why you're here. Your spirituality, your being a soul entering a physical incarnation and time and space reality to flesh out experience. That's the foundation. That's the root of everything. So if you're pursuing goals that do not pertain to that foundation, to those roots, to your origin, it's only going to lead to dissatisfaction, unhappiness, depression, anxiety, panic attacks, all those things. If you're having any of those symptoms, I would suggest to you that you look at the goals you're pursuing. Are they actually what you want? Or are they what society wants from you? What your mother wanted? What your husband, your wife wants? What your friends want? These are really important activating questions. When I let myself be, when I just retreat into nature, into my soul space, I get back to my own soul's themes, my own soul's goals. And again, I don't particularly like the word goals, but I'm using it because it's what's widely used in our culture to follow something you want. But a lot of those goals are not actually what you want. So why are you pursuing them? Why are you wasting energy? Why are you getting up early and exhausting yourself to become the things that have been forced upon you unconsciously? I mean, it's very unconscious. You know, we can often get goals from celebrities, from people we admire, from our mentors, and we try to be like them. But part of the maturing of the soul is understanding that you're not here to be like other people, that you're actually here to cultivate your own way, to be your own person, to do it your way, to be your own soul experience here. So I really want you to examine that, reflect upon that in your meditation, go deep into those questions. Whose goals am I fulfilling here? Whose goals am I pursuing? Maybe it's the Kardashians' goals and not yours. Maybe it's, some politician that you admire. Maybe it's some iconic person who was wonderful because they were doing their thing. They were pursuing their soul's themes. And that's why it was powerful. That's why it meant something. That's why it was iconic. If you just become a replica of someone else and you just regurgitate what someone else is doing, you won't actually get in touch with yourself. You won't actually get in touch with who you are and why you're here and what you're about. And I'm all about authenticity. That's the pursuit of my life. I've never followed the traditional pathway. And as Robert Frost said in his wonderful poem, The Road Less Taken, I chose the path less taken, and that has made all the difference. And It has made all the difference. In some ways, many people would say, oh, I can see a lot of negatives from that because you didn't follow the trajectory of what was expected of you and what was told that you were to follow. But I actually see the benefits. I see the positives. I see the spiritual, soul, nutritional value of making those choices. And I invite you to do the same. And it's something I'm actually whittling down. It's my birthday tomorrow. Yeah, I'm 38. Very happy to be coming to the end of my 30s. I have to say, it's been a wild ride. I really enjoyed it. I've learned so much. I think my 30s was far more interesting, expansive, exciting, adventurous than my 20s. Even though my 20s were lovely and great and had a lot going, definitely my 30s was an incredible decade. But I'm still in my 30s. I'm 38. So another 2 years to go before that's complete. But I always find the end of a decade is where like big things happen. Like before you turn 13, 14, there's a big shift. Before you turn, when you're 28, 29, you have your Saturn's return. Massive shifts, especially 29. If you're coming up to 29, oh, you're in for an incredible adventure. Lots of challenges with the Saturn return. Look that up, Saturn return, if you're at the end of your 20s. It's really about coming into your own. And it's actually, the Saturn return is about getting back on track of the soul, not what you think you should be doing and not what your ego wants. You know, often the ego has goals and desires that don't match what the soul wants. And then we have this conflict with the heart and the soul, with the head and the heart, you know, the mind over the spiritual. So with my birthday coming up, I realize I have a lot more work to do in getting back to what do I want? Without all the noise, you know, without all the opinions, without all the input from other people telling me, go this way, go that way, you know, no, you should be taking a right at this point in your life, or you should be taking a left. You know, my soul knows what it's doing. Woo! And the camera nearly fell. Okay. I'm doing this on my phone, so it's tricky. Ooh, that's okay. Yeah, so it's about getting back to that simplicity. I want to get back to simple living, simple desire, you know, strip it down, like just bring it all back down, you know. I want to get back to the raw reality of my soul's desire, of my true longing that's in my heart. And you know, as a woman in my late 30s, there's so many pressures, there's so many ideals put upon me, there's so many questions, and which way are you going, what road are you taking, you know. There's a lot of those fertility questions, and I understand why. I get it. But your soul isn't working off that timeline. Your soul is not working off your soul has its own trajectory. Your soul knows the journey it's on, and it knows the roads to take, and it knows the direction to get you where you really want to be, where your true happiness will be. And I've always trusted that, and that has served me well. Trusting that has led me to end up in places that I dreamt about. You know, I remember having dreams about living by the sea, being connected to the ocean, being able to walk outside my door and having mountains and the sea and forests. And when you actually flesh out those things by trusting the road, you know, the winding road, and trusting the twists and turns along the way in your life, trust is powerful. You know, having faith, having trust in where life is taking you can really, really change things and really bring about wonderful healings and miraculous situations. I've been also doing a lot of Ho'oponopono, you know, that beautiful ancient Hawaiian technology, that beautiful prayer. you know, you say the issue at hand. So just say you had a fight with someone called Mary. You just say, Mary, I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. So it's like, thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the one. So it's I am so you say, Mary, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Mary, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. It's those 4 sentences together. That's very, very powerful. Ho'oponopono is miraculous. Like, you've got to use Ho'oponopono if you find yourself having bad experiences, having rows with someone. Maybe, you know, there was something you thought was going to go a certain way and it didn't. You can use it. It basically cleans and corrects. It's all about cleaning and correcting. That's what Dr. Lou, this brilliant Hawaiian doctor who really has brought Ho'oponopono into the forefront in recent years, he calls it the cleaning. So if something goes wrong in his life, or he sees somebody who's hurting, or he sees someone homeless, he'll say, oh, I need to do more cleaning. And it's all about bringing the focus back to you and actually taking responsibility for what you're experiencing and saying, okay, I'm seeing something I don't want to see here. I'm seeing someone who's homeless. That upsets me. But it's not about the homeless person. It's about me having that perception. So I need to clean my perception. I need to clean my consciousness. So you'd say, you know, homeless man, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And you just say it over and over again. It becomes like this powerful mantra, this beautiful chant. You can sing it. When I go into Union Woods in Sligo, I do my Ho'oponopono, and my friend and I have committed to doing it for 40 days on 2 specific areas that she has an area, I have an area that we want some movement in. And already we're both seeing evidence of things changing, like very, very quickly within doing it within a few days. So, you know, if you're having a bad moment and you're in panic and you're having anxiety, you can say, you can say your own name, you know, Aveen, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And it's very, very fast. I can do a whole video on Ho'oponopono because I've used it for years and I have loads of examples, and I just think it's a brilliant, brilliant prayer. It's a very powerful tool. But back to the goals, and I'm running out of time because YouTube only gives me this amount of time. I just want to strip it back for you and help you to ask those activating, powerful questions of yourself. You know, do I really want this thing that I'm killing myself to have? Usually, if you're killing yourself to get somewhere, to do something, it's not for you. It's not right. Like, if your relationship is killing you and causing you tremendous stress, there's something off. If a job is doing the same, or if a friendship is draining you and taking a lot out of you or causing stress in you, something's off. Listen to that information. Your soul talks through your feelings, through your emotions, so pay attention. By doing that, you can actually you can choose relationships and a job or a situation that actually, it should be like, not always easy. I'm not saying friendships don't have their bumps in the road, their ups and downs. Of course they do. And I'm not saying that everything in life should be, you know, roses and unicorns, because that's not what we signed up for by coming here, by the way. Like, the challenge is literally sewn into this experience. It's part of it. But at the same time, you know, your job should not be making you cry when you come home. It shouldn't be draining every single day. You'll have some bad days, that's fine. Your romantic relationships, your friendships, your family relationships, if they are causing tremendous stress for you, know that you can make fresh choices around that, or you can, you know, learn tools to deal. You could do Ho'oponopono if you're going to visit a family member who causes tremendous stress in your life, and you can correct those extractions that you have from that person. So I want you to ask yourself about your goals, and perhaps share in the comments below what your goals are right now. I want to hear authentic goals. I want to hear goals that mean something to you from your soul, from your heart, you know, following your heart. That those cliches are all true, you know, follow your heart, follow your bliss, you know, keep your dreams alive. There's a reason why people keep those cliches going, because there's truth in them. There's tremendous truth in them. And that's what I'm reflecting on at this birthday time, this solar return time. You know, what is my true goals? Where do I really want to be? So I hope this helps. Please give me a like. I really, really need your likes. I need your subscriptions. I appreciate you. Take care.